Hello everyone, I'm Aleshia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this video, I'm going to open up another Softflex Company monthly mystery design kit. This kit retails for $33.95 and comes with everything you need to make a few pieces of jewelry minus tools. I have got this kit several times, and every time I get it, I have a blast because it's based on a theme, and I think the last one I got was called Camp Out, and I made a really awesome project with that. It was very different from things I've made in the past. I'll put a picture up now in case you missed that tutorial. And also, to get you inspired, and in case you're new to the Softflex Company monthly mystery design kit, I'm going to put up pictures of things that I've made in the past, because I've made some pretty cool stuff with this kit. Alright, so this here is a card, and it has their website on it, www.softflexcompany.com. This just shows one of their kits. And on the back, they have a challenge. And if you want, you can pause now and read over this. Alrighty. So, I'm going to give you some links. I'm going to give you a link to their website down there below in the description bar. Their next kit, this one here by the way is called Safari, but their next kit is going to be called Halloween Hustle. It is available for purchase at this time. This one might be sold out by the time you're watching this, but hopefully this video will inspire you to make some jewelry. Maybe you have some stuff in your stash that you can use. Anyways, I'm also going to link I'm going to link the next kit down there below in the description bar. I'm also going to link their YouTube channel. Every month they reveal this kit, they open it up on their YouTube channel, and they also reveal it on their Facebook page. And then they do tutorials using the kit, which is really awesome because they have different people doing projects, and it's just really cool to see all the things that can be made with this kit. I'm also going to link their Facebook page down there below. Alrighty? So you'll see all the links down below. Let's dive into this. The theme is called Safari, and I'm very excited because they do an amazing job putting the supplies together for this. So here is what's on the list. I'm going to read over it along with you guys, and I have to remove this out of the picture because look at how dark this makes my camera. It's very annoying. Okay. And they also do a really good job packaging this. They always have a tissue paper that matches the theme and even the string. So I think of zebra, right, when I see this string. And you know, one time when I got this kit, I used this cord here, the twine, for a tassel. So that was pretty awesome. Oh my. Oh my gosh, we have elephant beads. Check elephants. Wow, look at that strand. This strand is really expensive. So is this one. Oh my gosh. Okay. Open this. Oh, I love the color of this. That is pretty. It's like an off-white. It's like a beige color, kind of. That's really nice. And then, let's see. Wow, we have a zebra. Come on, beads. That's beautiful. I think I might have this color in a 4mm in my stash. That's really unique. It kind of looks like it's orange, copper, it's like golden. That's pretty. This strand is so crazy. This bead is very expensive. It's also kind of hard to find. That's a huge strand. One time I lucked out and I found a strand like this at Walmart in the dollar bead bin. And then this strand here, 2-hole beads. These are pyramid beads. These are really awesome. These are also very expensive. They're so big. I think they're 12 by 12 or maybe 10 by 10 millimeter. The color's pretty. I have this color in a seed beads 6/0s and I love it. Oh, this is green. Look at that. That's really unique. It's matte. 3mm check fire polish. And this bead here, I've used this bead before to make a bracelet with chainmail. That was a epic design. It's really nice. Okay, the strands are awesome. Look at the mix. I always go through this mix last because I like to sort through it. That's really nice. Alrighty. And there's this bag here. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's go to the list. Time to read a list. First thing is Softflex Bone Color 0.019 medium beading wire. This color is really gorgeous. I like it a lot. It's like an ivory color. Well, bone. Ivory bone, right? It's really nice. I like that a lot. Oh, and I gotta see. Look how close that is. I wonder what it would be like to use bead stringing wire with this bead. I've always used this type of bead, 2-hole beads, with thread, right? Stitching. Next thing is Softflex 2x2mm gold crimp tube. So that is right here. They gave us a lot. That's awesome. They do have very thick-walled crimps. And what did it say? Gold crimp tubes. It didn't say gold filled. I thought those were gold filled. Anyways, they gave us a lot, so we have a lot of options with designs that we can make because they gave us so many. I'm gonna take this off so we can open these bags. I'm not going to worry about opening this though because I don't want to lose them, because you could pretty much see that they're crimp tubes. They're really amazing quality, and you gotta be like very happy with your design before you crimp these because you cannot uncrimp them. I have uncrimped crimp beads and crimp tubes in the past, so I didn't waste my wire, but these, once you crimp them, that's it. That's your design. Right. Next thing, ear wire with ball. Ear wires with ball. That's in this bag. Dump this out. Wow, the elephants are really neat. I wonder what that color is. So they always give ear wires, but I'm really bad about not using them because I get so involved in a necklace or a necklace and bracelet design that I don't even use these. But I should use them. I should. Okay, so those are nice to have. And then 12mm lobster claw clasp, and they always give a very nice quality lobster claw. And next is 7mm orange with AB faceted rounds. This, I think that's what they're talking about. Yeah, I think we're gonna jump around here because I was thinking we would go through everything in that bag. So this is 7mm orange with AB faceted rounds. Check fire polish beads. This color is so incredible. It's actually clear and it has an orange coat on the side. with like a luster finish. There's actually flashes of pink in this. I don't know if you could see it, but when the bead moves, oh, I just saw it right there. Pink. There's a pink flash there. It's really unique. And they gave us a lot, so I'm very excited about that. Okay, next, Jesse James Custom Bead Mix. So that's this here, and I like to go through that last because I like to sort through the beads, check everything out. After that, it says items available at softwexcompany.com, launching August 30th. Next is TerraCast Oxidized Brass Woven Fan Links. I have never seen these before. Wow, they are double-sided. And I recently heard that TerraCast is going out of business. That is so sad. They make amazing things. Wow, these would be so cool for a bracelet. So you could totally use these in earrings. But these would also be amazing for a bracelet because there is a, there's a hole here. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. I would love to have these for a bracelet. Multi-strands here. There was that one bracelet that I did. It was macrame. I had these. It was like a bar with holes in it. But something like this would be really neat for a design like that. I'll put a picture up so you know what I'm talking about. And they're double-sided, so that's really awesome. I definitely have to use these. Those are amazing. I gotta use them. Okay, after that, ceramic zebra charm. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Wow, that is so cool. This is matte. I could seal them if I wanted to. Put a clear coat on them. The holes right here, it's very large. Like you can go onto leather. But if I were to put this on like a head pin, I would have to fill the hole with another bead. So I think I would probably fill it with bugle beads. I would have to put a stopper bead on that stops there between his legs so it can't go through. Maybe like a 6mm, not a 6mm, a 6/0 seed bead, and then put a bugle bead on it, or like several 11/0s to fill the hole. And then I have to put another stopper bead on the top and then do a wire wrap loop if I wanted to put that on a pin. But yeah, sometimes you have to do strange things like that to make something work. Okay, that is so cool. What's next? Teeny tiny giraffe beads. Oh my gosh. What are these made out of? I think these are ceramic too. They sure are tiny. They're so tiny. The only time I've ever seen a giraffe bead is the wooden ones, and I have some pretty nice wooden ones in my stash. Those are crazy detailed. Wow, they even have, you can see their eyes. This one here is lighter in color so you can really see his face. Even his ears, his mouth. That's amazing. Next is check glass white travertine 2-hole pyramid beads. That's these. It doesn't say the size, but I think they're like 12mm. I've actually never used these, but I've always wanted to. And you know why I've never used them is because every time I ever get these in a kit, I've never bought these brand new, I always get them in a kit or something. I always get like 2 of them. So I never make anything with them. But they would be, you would be able to make a ring with it. But they gave us a lot here to play with, so maybe I'll use them because they gave us so many. After this is check glass dark travertine lucky elephant beads. These are awesome. These beads are pricey. Really neat color. Yeah, the hole goes to the center. I've seen people use these in malas, and they are awesome for malas as a pendant. After that is check glass 3mm metallic green fire polish bead, rounds. It doesn't say beads, it says rounds. This is really neat color. I swear this bead is jet black, and then they put this like green plating over it. It's what it looks like to me. It's really neat. And I love that they gave us smaller beads because they gave us a lot of big ones here, and we're going to need some fillers. I actually really like to use seed beads with this kit, and that's usually like the only thing that I add other than findings to this whenever I make a design is just a little bit of seed beads. Next thing is check glass 20 by 9mm black ship beads. Black ship beads, that's a strange name. Oh my gosh. This one bead, no, there's two, I have two, but it's more suitable. This one here is actually purple. Do you see? You could see through it right there. I need a flashlight to show you. But do you see how you can see the hole? It's actually purple. Maybe that's like a defect. I don't know, but it's so dark. And then one of these here is a little transparent. That's neat. Okay, and then what's next? Check glass butterscotch opal travertine turbine beads. These are so amazing. I love the color. This actually looks silk. This here, I usually see this called silk. Like I have several dragonfly beads that have this silk look to it. I've seen it in purple and stuff. They are gorgeous. I really want to use those. Alright, so that's everything except for this. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this. This is resin with shell inside of it. Looks like mother pearl and maybe abalone. That's neat. It's also shaped very strangely. Like it kind of looks like a coin bead at first, but do you see how it's kind of shaped like a cabochon, really? It looks like a cabochon bead. That's awesome. This would be a totally awesome ring. That's really neat. Man, this is going to be a hard decision to decide on if I want this as like a centerpiece with a zebra or even the elephants. I'm going to try to use as many things as I can because I get some really neat designs. Wow, this bead's cool. I thought this was wood at first. I think it's acrylic, but it looks like brushed copper, like antique copper. It looks metal, but I think it's acrylic. And it's not cold, it's warm, so I think it's acrylic. That's a really cool bead. And we have some gemstones here. Is this red jasper? There's several of them. Those are pretty. We have some bead caps. I love their bead caps. I always use their bead caps. These are big. There's 4 of these. And then these are druzy beads, but they're not real druzy. It's the glass version, which is, to me, is just as good. I think the glass ones actually have more of sparkle to them. Okay, and then we have little tassels. There's 4 tassels. There is bicones. 2 of those. We have some Chinese crystal. This is a unique shape. It's beryl. I don't think I've seen that shape before. We have some Chinese crystal cubes. This bead here is acrylic. It's like a 10mm. I have 3 of them. No, 4. I'm gonna say usually it's even numbers. That's a pretty color. It's like a reddish brown. It actually looks like a clay bead to me. And then we have some acrylic saucers. And then I thought these were checked, but they're not. They're faceted glass. There's 4 of them. Pretty. And this here is a man-made bead. Oh, we have an odd number. Usually there's even numbers, but sometimes we get an oddball. I have forgot what this is. This is man-made. It's not halite. It's a man-made bead. It comes in all different colors. It's very pretty. Okay, and then more ceramic. These are ceramic beads. There's 2 of those. And then more cubes. This color is amazing. Oh wow, it's actually clear. See? And it has this like a gunmetal plating on it. And we have some rondelles. This is a gorgeous rondelle. Man, I would love to have a lot of those. Is it orange or is it brown? It's brown. And it has gold on it. Those are very pretty. And I am loving this spacer bead. Look at this. It's a flower. That is so cute, and there's a lot of them. I use the spacer beads every time I make a project with this. This bead is amazing. I have never seen that shape before. And look at the faceting on it. That is gorgeous. Those are awesome. And then this rondelle. Oh man, I don't even know what color this is. It almost looks like it's a smoky quartz color, but with gold on it. That's pretty. And then we have these 4 gold spacer beads. Alrighty? So I'm going to stop here, and I will come up with a design, and I'll come back and show you what I'm making. Alright? So here's everything I am getting in the safari kit. Hello everyone, I am back, and this is the necklace I am working on. And again, I did not make any earrings. I have made earrings before in the past with this kit, but I didn't use the ear wires, but I did use a lot of crimp tubes this time, and I still have some left over, and thank goodness they give me so much in this kit because I really needed them. So when I first started out working on this, I wasn't like trying to use everything that came in the kit, but I almost did. And this is my leftovers. I have 3 check fire polish beads left. I have 2 of these cathedral beads. A red bead left. This here was an oddball. I don't think I was supposed to get it. There's 5 in here. Usually they give us even numbers, so I don't think I was supposed to get that bead. And whenever you get these check fire polish strands, there's usually an odd number, like 25 beads, so an extra one there. And this one here, you could see how I used them here in the design. I kind of worked out best that I didn't use this one because this one here is actually a little defective. So there, you could see right there, it's purple. Like it's all of them are black, but this one here, it's not black all the way through. So it kind of worked out best that I didn't use that one. And then the tassels, I actually was not going to use them at all. And then once I put my elephant here, I had empty space, and I realized I needed tassels. I need something to fill there. I thought about doing bead dangles, but then I thought, you know, I think I should throw more red in, and so I put the tassels there. Those were last minute. Alrighty, so let's go over this. First of all, I wanted to have a pendant, right, because I had these adorable beads here. I tried using this zebra, but I was not happy with them because the hole in the bead is massive. It's really huge. And then his legs come together here, but when you flip it over, there's this huge opening, and I tried putting like a bead on here, and I had to put 8 OC beads because the hole is so big onto a head pin, and I was stacking some beads on the top. I was just not happy with it. It seemed weird. And also, he's white and black. There's black in this, but there's no white, so it just kind of seemed like it wasn't going. And I really loved the elephants, and so I did use an elephant here. I had an extra metal flower bead. I don't think I was supposed to. Again, they usually, here's the other metal ones. They usually give us even numbers, and I had an odd number with the metal bead, and this bead here, I had 5 of those. And so I stacked the flower bead. I used the odd one, is what I'm saying. I stacked the flower bead and the 3mm check fire polish, and that there is my little pendant. And this bead here, it's like a abalone shell and some other shells in there and resin. So I wanted that to be in the center, so I put him above this. And I had to play a lot with distributing weight because some of the beads that I got in this kit were acrylic. And so like this one here, that was acrylic. And this bead, which is copper, is the only one that fits with those caps. So we had to use them with the caps, but I really did not want to. I actually tried completely avoid putting a bead in between the caps because the caps kind of come together like this. See, they have like little teeth on them, but they wouldn't stay together. And so I had to end up putting that bead in there. And like I said, this is like an acrylic bead. And these red ones here are acrylic, so I had to do, and this is a resin, so that's like weight. So I had to like evenly distribute weight to get this work. There's a lot of thought put into this piece. I worked on it for a few days. Usually when I design stuff, I don't design it and finish it that day. I always put a lot of thought into it on how it's gonna lay on the neck, how it's gonna work, you know. So anyways, a lot of thought went into this. Oh, and also there are giraffe beads. I really wanted to use those. Those are ceramic, and that's also a lightweight bead. Alrighty, so these are acrylic, those are acrylic. Yeah, so anyways, this is the design. I decided to use this fan. I believe it's upside down. I think most people use it the other way, but I had to flip it over in order to get all my connections to work. So I'm gonna pick it up and show you. This side here is finished. I have to do the other side, but this is the back of my necklace, and I just think it turned out so cool, and it was meant to be this way. So usually when I see people use this, they use it flipped over, and I realized that I had so many connection points, and the best thing for me to do instead of using it the other way is to flip it so I can add the back of my necklace. Now here's the thing, I put so much thought into the front of the necklace that when, and I really wanted 3 rows, that when I went to go do the back of the necklace, I barely had any beads left over. And I was going to actually make a stretch bracelet with these pyramid beads, and I've always wanted to use them because every time I ever get them in a kit, I always get 2 of them, and it's not really enough to make something. I could make earrings out of them or a ring, but I wanted to do a bigger piece like a bracelet or a necklace. And so I realized that I should really try to use them in this piece, but the only way I'll be able to use them is if I flip this over, because I have to have 2 connection points. And so I did, and it worked out. And look at how many crimps I used. Now I tried not to use as many crimps, and this here, I have to say, I am a weaver, right? I do a ton of stitching. That's my passion. But when I went to go do the back of this, it was a little confusing at first, because I was worried that I didn't have enough crimps, but there's still a bunch left over, but I was trying to avoid using so many crimps. And so I'll go over this here with you on how I did this. I first took the beading wire, and I've used a lot of this. Look at this. There's not a lot left, right? There's still enough left there I can make something. But anyways, what I did is I started creating a pattern, and this is the pattern that I was going to do as a stretch bracelet, by the way. And I laid it down like this, and I knew that I was going to connect it here, right? But I was trying to figure out how much wire do I need, because this wire is a little pricey, right? And you want to save it. Now, I got this wire for free, of course, but you know, I try to save materials. I hate wasting materials. And so I came up with a pattern, and I was checking it out. I'm like, I think that'll work. So what I did is I then crimped the wire here, okay? And then I came around and I held it like this. So imagine this wire is running through the inside there. Because here's the other side of my necklace. This was crimped and attached here with beads on it. And I held it right here with my finger. And I just took and undid this. And I'm like, okay, I think that'll be enough wire. So then I cut it here. And instead of doing crimps at the ends, I decided to make a loop. This is how my mind works with bead weaving and stitching all the time. And I thought if I made a loop here, I can connect a ring to it. And at first I thought I was going to have to add chain to extend this. And I really tried using what was in the kit. I really did not want to go into my bead stash, because for me it's more challenging and fun, and this way you guys are able to make what I'm making if you get the kit. So I really try to avoid using stuff from my stash. But I did have to end up using seed beads, and that's something that's basic that everybody pretty much has. And these are 11O Miyuki dark bronze seed beads. It's my favorite seed bead color. I use them for just about everything. And so I crimped it here, brought the wire around, I trimmed it, and if you look, I really don't have that much waste. You can really see what I did more on this one because I left it unfinished to finish it with you guys. So I strung these beads up. I first laid out the beads, created a pattern, and then I strung them up on one side. I crimped them down here so it was like this. And then I held this in place with my hand, and I brought this wire around to figure out how much I needed, and then I cut the wire. So here are my beads, okay, that I will be crimping with you guys. So I think that pretty much covers my design. I will zoom in, of course. If you want, you can follow this same exact pattern and make this and copy what I did. Only things I used from my stash was the 11O seed beads, a head pin, basic materials, 2 jump rings here, and a split ring here and here because they only give us a clasp. So it worked out really well. I'm very excited about it, and it actually turned out better than what I imagined. So it's pretty awesome, and I really like the back here. I was kind of wondering, is this going to lay weird? It does not. As I make things, I constantly try them on, so I put these clips on and I try it on. What I did first is I crimped. I definitely knew that I wanted to have a beaded strand here, so I crimped on my wire, and I had these beads on this side, and then I did this side, crimped it, had my beads come up. And since it was crimped on each side, then I put this around my neck, and these beads here were flopping because I didn't have wire going through this to make sure it fit me. And I knew I had to add more seed beads or add something. Seed beads was the best thing to add. And I feel like the seed beads really are needed in this because it gave it more movement. Only thing I wish that was different is I wish that I had seed beads that are here in here, just a little bit. But I guess if I did that, it would make this longer, and I don't need it to be any longer. So it worked out, I guess, for the best, and I'm really happy with it. Alright, so let's crimp this. I've shown how to crimp several times, but I left this side over here undone because I wanted you to see what I did. So I have my beads. The design is right. I did use 7 seed beads on here, and I looped it around and came back through here adding more beads. I'm going to take this wire and run it through my finding. And I do have this pretty tight. I don't really have slack on this. Okay, let's zoom in. I'm using this 3-in-1 crimper tool by Zeron. It's my favorite. I'm going to run this wire through this crimp and through this bead. Okay, so I do some adjusting here. Okay, got that just right, and then pull this, and you don't want this to be very tight. You need room. See, you need movement. See, very important. So all of these can move around. But what I find when I go to crimp it, it does get a little smaller, so you just gotta eyeball it. Okay. I think I have it. I'm just gonna pull in that bottom one, make sure that it's tight. Okay. Once you crimp it, you can't undo these crimps. So now I'm going to crease this. See, there's a tooth right there. I crease it there. And my wires are side by side. I should have told you before I crimped it to make sure they're parallel to each other. It's very important. But mine were right beside each other, so I didn't really even think about it. And then this crimp here, I have to go in, see there's 3 notches. I have to go to the middle one. This is a number 2 crimp, I think. Okay, so I folded it. And then I like to go to the first notch to make it smaller. And then I even go here to the end and I just make it really strong and tight. Okay, there we go. And I have to trim the wire, and I forgot to get my cutters out. You want to get as close as you possibly can. And there we go. Alrighty, this turned out to be really cool. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you like how I figured out how to use these 2-hole beads for the back of the necklace? I think it's pretty neat. I was thinking about doing a little bit of a chain back here. This, I believe, is 20 inches finished. So that is this here. I'm still zoomed in. This here is 20 inches, but this adds more length. So I don't know how long this part here is, but the inside circumference is 20 inches. But it's really cool. I like how it lays on my neck. Alrighty. So this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, I will have all the links down there below in the description bar. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and follow me on my social media sites. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.